Years and an avid Union County golfer for at least half of that. And none of the residents, voters, or golfers were happy to hear that the county courses lost over $700,000 last year. Some of us are pretty surprised that over $400,000 of that came from Oak Ridge alone. The proposal, which I hope is still a proposal, to close Oak Ridge really needs to be looked at. You need to plan for the future. And we've got 3 gems out there that we should try and keep open and maintain. Thank you.
Thank you. It's from Clark. Question on Oak Ridge. Is this closure for 1 year or is this a permanent closure? That's my question.
It's something that will be talked about, but if it's going to be closed, it's going to be closed.
I see. Because I heard there's some talk about making a park out of this. And how is that going to produce revenue? You have to put in roads, you have to put in picnic facilities, et cetera. It just seems that that is not going to generate anywhere near the kind of revenue that the golf course is presently generating. That's all I want to say.
Okay, thank you.
I just have a couple of quick questions for the freeholders. What is the timeline of actual closing Oak Ridge? Has this been a done deal, or is it still up for vote? And if so, when would that vote be?
Well, we're still entertaining budget discussions. We'll be having budget hearings in the next probably month. And then after that, we'll present the plan and vote on the actual plan that will include the decision.
I want to thank the manager, George, county manager, for your keeping me in the loop on what was going on with the Oak Ridge Golf Course. I feel sad that it is closing.
The people in this room are not asking for the change that's being proposed. I actually would like to know what is the proposal? We've read a few things in the newspaper. Oak Ridge is closing. The mayor, Clark, just spoke as if it's a fait accompli that it is closing. What is the proposal? No one knows. It's rumor.
Well, the proposal in the county manager's budget that was presented to the freeholders, which we will debate and talk about, is to close Oak Ridge.
And whose idea is that, and when do you plan to do it, and what are the facts that led you to that conclusion?
Well, it's part of a whole budget process.
But the last couple compel me to come to the microphone, because I too was under the impression that this was a proposal. It was not a fait accompli, as the previous speaker just said. It sounds like it is. Earlier I heard, well, we're going to meet and discuss the budget. You might want to consider, just a suggestion, a few years ago the county got into the entertainment business with the Fest, as I call it, or as you prefer to call it, the Music Fest. And it's my understanding it's hard to get hard budget numbers on just whether you made money, lost money. It kind of blends through your bookkeeping. But I saw a number, I think it was $600,000 that the Fest costs for 3 days. You're talking about taking away a recreational facility for an entire year, used by seniors on fixed budgets. It's affordable, and you're proposing to take it away. Now, with all due respect to Mayor Bonaccorso, I believe that Hyde Hills, I know that Hyde Hills has serious financial problems. So to kind of put Hyde Hills forward as a solution to Union County's problems is disingenuous, and I don't think you should take it seriously. I think you need to consider where you can find places in your budget that allows this course to stay open. Thank you.
Okay.
In terms of golfing, we've heard a lot of things here that I wasn't even aware of about the $250 card. Unfortunately, the information that's been out, I don't think is necessarily all in terms, because to my knowledge, the decision only has been made to close the golf course at this time.
I think those that know me and have dealt with me know that I've always been straight, I've always been fair. And people are here asking us to restore things, keep the golf course open, rescind the layoffs. I honestly wish I could sit here and tell you I could find a way to do that. But I can't. You know, the honest answer here is that we're continuing discussions with department heads on further cuts, unfortunately, because the budget we've proposed if there are items in it which don't come to fruition, if the state does not allow us to defer pensions to the tune of $4 million, we're going to be looking at reductions of the workforce that none of us, that are going to be unseen in Union County, and cutbacks in services.